import a Excel file with the population data on it, you can get it from Phil Atlas or any website. We're using Phil Atlas for this class, so we'll just copy the data from this web page and then pasting it into our Excel file. We're saving it as a CSV file, which is basically a what do you call this? A simpler version of Excel. And then,
Sir,
yes, go ahead.
Pilatlas sir gamitin, not PSA.
Um, if you can find the data sa PSA, pwede, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just using Phil Atlas. Plus, it's already
Same,
here.
same with me, sir.
Yeah, gubot na kayo ang PSA karon. I don't know what happened. So Moto siya, we're just gonna use Phil Atlas like we've been using for the past how many weeks na? Because it's just here. I don't know why PSA can't do this. Just put it on the front page of the province. So annoying. Anyway, so you can copy paste this into an Excel file. Is there anyone who doesn't have Excel? I just want to check. Anyone who doesn't have Excel? Okay. Sir, pwede this midnight? Hehehe. Napa may klase? Pwede. Yeah, sure, I can make it midnight, no problem.
Yay,
So we
thank you,
can make it
sir.
midnight. So just watch this video. You guys can relax and like do it later. Anyway, the important thing I want to stress is that the types here, the values, etc., should all be consistent, because what happened before was that because I copied this off Phil Atlas, this type here is called CC capital, and then it didn't align properly with the QGIS file. So I'll just do that, or you could just remove this whole thing. Just remove that. Delete column. Can I delete it? I'll just delete like that. Delete. Yes. Okay, so this should make it easier because the type is already on the, excuse me, QGIS file. Anyway, save it like this. Yes. Okay, we can do another demo. I have like enough time. I'll probably leave you guys at around 4:30 because I have a meeting at like 5. So anyway, so we have our Excel file now. Everything is consistent. These are numbers. These are numbers. And there is like no out of place bitaw na value. And the different names over here. So these names can be different because in the QGIS file, if you click the properties of Southern Leyte, the attribute table of Southern Leyte, you can see under name underscore 2, in name underscore 2 are the different, what do you call this? Municipality names. So they're all different. So the idea is we align the data set that's the municipality names from the Excel file into QGIS with and those same names with those same names. So if the name is different, QGIS will read it as a separate entity and won't align it. So make sure the names are the same spelling, the same capital letters, everything like 1:1. Okay, so now we're going to import the CSV file into QGIS. So to do that, you go to Layers, Add Layer, add delimited text layer, select your Excel file, Southern Data Towns, open. CSV, comma, separated values. This is usually on. Didn't make much of a difference because I tried experimenting something. And then the most important thing here is you should have no geometry selected and CSV selected. And if you go over here, so it should be good. I think another thing to be that's nice to have checked is discard empty fields, because you might have empty fields, empty cells in your Excel file. So you click Add, Close, and now it appears as a layer down here. I wish I had like a zoom in tool. So it's down here. Now we try to combine both files. So we go to Properties, click Joins, and then click Add. So the layer that we want to join is Cebu Leyte Towns, the what do you call this? The Excel file into our QGIS. So the join field is called municip, which is the name of the municipalities, and the target field is name underscore two, which is the list of municipalities in QGIS. So cache join layer in memory. We don't need to check these other things over here. Join fields. So if you have this unchecked, it just selects everything. So click OK, apply, OK. So now if you go to open attribute table, go to populations. We have the population in 2015 and the population in 2020. So this is something that the Philippine Statistics Authority doesn't seem to have on hand, like it's buried somewhere in their website. So that's why we're using Phil Atlas. And then so the join was successful. We have the different populations here, but for some reason the Excel file, which we experienced a few minutes ago, couldn't detect the population as a number value, but only as a text value. So we have an additional step here that's not in the guide to make these numbers here, the populations, um, what do you call this? Read as numbers and not as text, because that's a weird error that's been happening. So the next step is to go to what do you call this? Open attribute table, check the open field calculator, and we're creating a new field. We don't need to create, I think we need, no, we don't need this. We just need an output field name. We'll call it population. And it has to be a different name because if it's the same name, it will like go crazy. Integer, I'll just call it int population 2020. Int underscore uh, pop 2020. And then I'll select the field that I want to sort of import into the attribute table over here. So fields and values will go to population 2020 and then just click OK. So we should have a new layer over here, int population 2020. So now it's numbers. And let me check if everyone has a number. Okay, all the municipalities have numbers. Okay, let's double check. Okay, Southern Leyte. What's the highest population? Why is there a null file here? There's a city file here for some reason. The area with the highest population is, we'll click this. Sugod. Sugod has the highest population. Where is Maasin? Because Maasin is what they call this, the capital city. Oh man, it's still blank. Oh crap, because it says over here, city, area, the population data is null. But we can input, I think we can input here. Let's see, sort of a last resort. Maasin population is 87,446. 87,446. Enter. So it should be Maasin that has the highest population because it is the capital city. Okay, nice. So that's how you do it. You could also like manually put in the data, but just copy pasting is a lot faster. So that's it. That's importing from a website into an Excel file and then finally into QGIS. And then one last thing, by the way, let me just save, deselect. Now that the data is read as numbers, we can go to properties, add some symbology to it. So currently the value is selected to areas per hectare. So if we change that to population 2020, we can now see in color in which area in Southern Leyte has the highest population. So let me change it from purple to uh, color ramp.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
After after ma-edit na lang sa Excel, sir, save as CSV, sir.
Yes, CSV.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, good. So I use a rainbow color ramp with a class of 10, meaning 10 different sort of separation, like for every dividing the numbers into 10 groups basically. So in dark blue, it's actually very confusing with the rainbow colors. Let's just like use one set of colors. In dark green are the most dense or the highest populations, and in light green are the least population. So if we click classify, that's 10, click apply, now it's green over here, and click OK. So the highest population should be Maasin, which is here, I think. If we go to attribute table, it should have selected Maasin City, followed by Sugod. Open attribute table, that should be Sugod. Okay. Because before it kept giving me Sugod as the highest population, but since we manually edited it, it should be okay now. Okay, so we'll move on to the final step. Let me stop recording here. Oops, click stop presenting. And the final